Hey guys, so you are looking to start a business, you're looking to do something different, and procrastination seems to be the prevailing mental attitude that you have, and you cannot get out of it. You're trying to figure out, where do I get started? If I take small steps, is it really worth it? Well, in this video, I'm going to go over real briefly how I overcame procrastination and focused on what it is I wanted to do, and now I get up every day early and go to bed really late, and I love what I do. Hey guys, it's Damien from Marketing Food Online. Sorry, I seem a little tired. I just got up. It is early, a little bit past 6. Most every day actually starts around 6 or 5:30 for me. I wanted to do a really quick video and post this. Sorry about that. There we go. I had one of my clients that I've been working with on her product. She had talked about one of the biggest challenges she has is procrastination. And so I'm going to give you just a tip on what I have done, the way that I look at procrastination and on trying to get things done. My list of to-dos normally every single day is huge. First off in the morning, I get my son off to school, get him breakfast, and then I do the normal routine, get some coffee, and get myself up and running. But here's a really quick tip. This would be a great way to motivate yourself to get the procrastination eliminated. Sorry, that was my computer. When it comes to procrastination, think of it this way. If you really truly want to start a business and you really truly have a passion for what you want to do, whether it's a food business, maybe it's not, maybe it's something else and it's another passion of yours, or maybe just being an entrepreneur is your goal, but it may not necessarily be a food item or a food product. Think of it this way. You continue to do the things that you do today, working your job day in and day out, and you do that for years and years on end, correct? Like I did, I worked in retail for nearly 27 or 28 years, and I kept kind of not necessarily putting it off, but I didn't push myself to the point where I wanted to get up every day and I knew exactly what I wanted to do, that thing that was would get you up early and keep you up late. So what I ended up doing is I realized, you know what? I was at work one day on my job, and I thought to myself, if I continue to do the things I do now and procrastinate and put off the idea of starting a business, as each day comes, I realized it would be one less day that I would have doing the thing that I really wanted to do. So every single day that passes that you at least don't make some attempt, some step. It could be very small, it could be minimal, it could be minuscule. Even if it's just educating yourself online about a certain type of business you want to get into. If you can do that at least, that's giving you the momentum to stop procrastinating, and you don't necessarily have to incorporate yourself tomorrow and have all of the business things done by tomorrow. But when tomorrow comes, if you could read a book, maybe on entrepreneurship, watch a video on entrepreneurship, take a look at one of the most successful people on the planet in your industry or field. If it's a food business, take a look at how Bobby Flay created an empire with his business. Take a look at any chef or any cook or anyone who's produced a food product. If that's your passion, read about what they did and how they did it in their own life. Because that very simple step of just reading a book, believe it or not, is bringing you one step closer to starting your business, creating that food product, or creating a food business, or opening a restaurant, or whatever it may be. That is actually a step forward. And you need to motivate yourself and push yourself to take that little minuscule step. Because everything in life, no matter how big and gigantic it is, has always started small. My business started ridiculously small in a small little segment of our kitchen in our house, and we were making just a handful of items. Before that, I actually opened up an Italian bakery, and we had that for a while, and then transitioning to a commercial facility and now being online, and it's been gigantic. I mean, we do business in 15 countries. We've shipped products through Etsy, just in 15 different countries just on that site alone, and our business has grown tremendously. And now I actually have the opportunity to teach and show people what I've learned over the past decade with you guys now on YouTube. So the idea is there, and if your idea, if you get up every day in the back of your mind, you still have the idea there, there's a reason for that to be there. But the procrastination will come every single day if you allow it. But remember that any type of step, anything that you take and move forward, even if it's calling your local health department and asking questions about maybe starting a food business from home, starting it from scratch there and seeing exactly what it is that you need to do to take that step forward, that's not going to be procrastination. That's one step closer to having your goal of having your business. If you're not familiar with bookkeeping, maybe you're pushed off because of all of the paperwork that may be involved with having a business, and trust me, there's a lot of paperwork. I can attest to that. That's like about several months worth of stuff. So it's not that. It's at the end of the day, it's the little tiny steps you take, which will give you the momentum you need to take even more steps, learn more stuff, start that website, or educate yourself about a topic. It doesn't matter. But it does matter is that you stop doing the same routine and day in and day out, and next day comes and you realize you still haven't taken any steps forward. Even if it's watching a video of mine or watching someone else's video, but you have an opportunity to ask questions and you send a question in and then get a response, that's a step forward. You've got to know that every little step you take towards your goal is actually a step. And you'll gain that momentum and that discipline to get up, and then every single day maybe take a couple extra steps. Maybe contact a couple more, maybe the USDA or the health department and ask a few more questions. Maybe find out some websites that can give you more education on starting that food business. If you want to get a product on Amazon, hey, you know what? If it's not my videos, maybe it's someone else's videos on YouTube. Find out more information about it. Figure out how does it work? How can I get it? But remember, you need to kind of, in a sense, pat yourself on the back and realize that every one of those little steps are something that's going to give you momentum and build up to something more. So procrastination is really, it's not necessarily laziness. I don't think of things in a negative way. Procrastination is just sometimes getting yourself distracted, not focusing or disciplining yourself to take the steps needed to go forward with something. And I overcame that by the fact of I was sick and tired, just done with what I was doing. Even frustration can be a motivation. Frustration can be great to the point where it pushes you to the max. One day I went into work and I was actually working. My wife had worked with me at the place I was at, and I realized, you know what, I'm going to make a decision today. And it was right then at that very moment I got home that night and I realized that was not what I was going to do for the rest of my life. I just got sick and tired of it. So I began to look into and find out a little bit more about, hey, what does it take to actually open a business? What's the licensing requirements? What insurance? All that stuff. I had absolutely no idea about all of that would be involved. I just knew at that single point, that point in time, I was done with what I was doing. And sometimes I'll tell you what, if you can direct the energy properly, if you can push your energy in the right direction, frustration can be a huge motivator to get you out of that rut that you're in and just finally throw your hands up and say, you know what, I'm done, finished with this. I said a few choice words when I finally realized it, but at the end of the day, it's going to take you to make those small steps to get out of that rut of procrastination. And it's not something that's permanent. And it's good to have frustration. It's good to get angry. It's good to get upset. And to the point where, you know what you're doing is not working. It's not what you want to do. And let me tell you, man, this life is super ultra short to be doing something that you don't want to do, and you rationalize it to yourself that you got to pay your bills. Everybody's got bills, and everybody's got issues, and everybody's got hurdles to get over. But at the end of the day, you need to make a decision to either enjoy something, challenge yourself, grow, and go in the right direction, or just sit in that rut. And before you know it, 40 years are going to pass, and you're going to be kicking yourself for not trying. So just a really quick, if you're looking to start a business, my advice about procrastination and how to kind of overcome that, and it really just takes sometimes frustration and just anger over what you're doing, and you're just tired of it. And finally, you can just focus on doing something better, bettering yourself, educating yourself. Everything that you're looking to do with your life, this is something that I've kind of picked up on the past several years. Everything that you want to do is really in your hands. And if you continue to look outside of yourself and point fingers at everybody and everything and every circumstance and your financial situation, where you started, where you grew up, all of that is nonsense. It has nothing to do with where you are right now. It has everything to do with what you decide to do. And if you are wanting to do it bad enough, all of that other stuff are excuses and reasons why you haven't done it. So simply look yourself in the mirror and say, look, at the end of the day, I'm not doing this anymore. Then focus on the thing that you really want to do, not the stuff that you don't want to do. Don't continue to think about, well, I don't want to do my work. I don't want to go to this job. I don't want to continue to do it, because you're just going to perpetuate that. Stop and now focus. You know what? I want to do this. This is what I want to do now. And I'm going to go forward. I'm going to move forward and make it happen. And what I've been able to do by creating these multiple businesses, I went from having one paycheck to I now have I honestly have between 13 or 14 sources of income now. And that's from YouTube channels, websites, teaching, doing consulting. All of this didn't exist several years ago. But I realized other people are doing it, and why can't I do that? I just need to learn what I don't know. I need to figure it out, and then just implement it. Just do it. It may pan out, maybe it not. If it doesn't pan out, then just learn from it and find out what will pan out. Find out what will work. Find out what works for you. And everybody's situation is different, and you can't dictate and you can't direct your own life based on all of the stuff you see online. If you see certain people have certain things and stuff and cars and success, that stuff is great if that's what you're wanting to do. But you need to make sure that you understand what success is for you and understand the goals that you need to have for yourself. Because everyone else has their own little thing going on. And if that is what they choose to pursue and that brings them happiness, well, hey, great, good for them. But don't dictate your own goals by someone else's goals or set yourself up for failure because you achieve something else that's really not what you want. You have to know what it is that you want and then go after it. So with that being said, I hope that helps you guys out. And as always, if it did, give me a thumbs up. If you have any questions, let me know down below. And I'll see you guys on the next video.